Hello from Gardening at Douentza, and this video is coming to you from the Azores Islands. And today I'm in Pico Island, which is the second island in the Azores, and it's famous for its giant volcanic mountain, over 2,300 meters high. This is the tallest mountain in Portugal, and we may get a little glance at it near the end of this video. But it's not for that we've come to Pico Island today. We've come to see this beautiful garden. So come with me and we'll have a look around this large rambling garden right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I think you're really going to enjoy some of the quirky touches they have in this garden. And if we're lucky, we'll get a sneak peek at the gardener's secret fern collection. We're starting our visit to this wonderful Pico Island garden with some broad sweeps, and this will give you a general idea of what the garden looks like. Big open paths, and one thing I really love about it and a lot of other Azores gardens is that they're very much set up for families. So there are seating areas and there are places for barbecue and even little mini playgrounds where children can play. I reckon the Azores is a wonderful place to bring up children actually. And just over here you can see a seating area just beyond the hibiscus, and that would be designed for one family to sit down and have their picnic or their barbecue. And in fact, one day I stumbled across a wooded area on Pico Island as well, which had been specifically set up for families. So there were all little alcoves in the woods. You went along a little path and went in this alcove and that, and it was all just beautifully laid out to be private and yet for the municipality to provide what was needed for families to enjoy a nice day out. As you can see, there are lots of large trees to provide shade and lots of space for kids to run around and yell and have fun. Now we're going to take a little glance at something a bit quirky, and you can now see on the ground here some little statues of heads, and I believe these were created by a local artist because I saw similar for sale in shops locally, and I just think they're so cute, aren't they? Really friendly looking faces. Now we'll take a look at a few interesting plants, and this of course caught my eye. It seems to be a Cattleya orchid with very square pseudobulbs planted quite firmly, if not in the ground, actually in an area that was very well drained, so on the side of that wall. And the leaves seem to be slightly variegated. Well, I think it's that rather than slightly thick. And just over here, do you recognize it yet? Yes, this is definitely some fine boss. Looks like a type of protea to me, but I'm not exactly sure which one. But it's just so wonderful to see them growing outdoors here. No protection needed. And this is most definitely a pretty thing. Look at that pink and green. Now I've no idea what it is, but I'm sure somebody is going to jot the name down below for me. And of course Monstera deliciosa, taking over that wall completely. A true and real monster. And Tibucina, which the bees apparently love. This is a greenhouse plant for me at home, but it's wonderful just to see it growing outdoors. And here we have the second installation by a local artist in the shape of this frame, which does a wonderful job of just framing the landscape beyond. Very clever. So there were other little arrangements, I'm not really sure what name to put on them, and a great citrus collection that you can see here, all lined up in pots. But what's this I spy over here? Little house with the door open, just inviting me to go in and explore. And take a look in here. There's the utility side there, and on the left there's the plant display side. Wow! Look at these shelves. It's all been set up to display plants to best advantage, not just utilitarian for taking cuttings. And there are a lot of ferns in here, as you can see. Now, I'm not great with the botanic name for ferns, but I do appreciate the beauty of a lot of the foliage. Lots of succulent cuttings, epiphyllums, etc., aloes, other things. I'm not exactly sure what. There's the mother-in-law's tongue, the sansevieria, another fern. And just up here, look, Paphiopedilum orchids. And there are a lot of path orchids in different gardens in the Azores, especially the more prestigious ones, the ones that I guess want to show off how good their collection is. Now we're going to stop just for a few minutes and luxuriate in the foliage on these ferns, but you're really going to have to excuse me because I don't know the names. Look at this, so lacy. You can actually imagine that as having been crocheted or knitted together in that wonderful design. Look, when you stand back, it's just a spray of exuberant gorgeousness. Really, really pretty. And of course, there's nothing quite like the feeling you get when you've gotten in to see something that you weren't perhaps allowed to. It's kind of not one-man-upship, but it does give us a feeling of great elation. And I certainly have this, getting in and seeing these wonderful ferns. And spot begonia. Nice, eh? I love that deep red underside to the leaves. Okay, we're getting near the end of the video now. Just a quick glance at the farfugium there beside. Thank you for watching this video, and do look out for the other 15 in my series of Azores videos. I did make a lot. There was a lot to see. So a final glance at this hibiscus and you will see that I have kept the best to last. We finish with a glance out of the garden at the ever-present Mount Pico, after which the island is named. And Mount Pico, of course, dominates everything that happens on Pico Island. Quite a different climate up there, I can tell you. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, do check out my other 15 videos in this mini-series and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Bye!